The Krathic Empire prided itself on its scientific advancement. Their research facilities dotted the galaxy, each one pushing the boundaries of knowledge. But in their arrogance, they made a mistake that would shake the foundations of their civilization. They captured and experimented on 8-year-old Tommy Chen, not realizing he was human. The child had been separated from his parents during a routine stop at Outpost Station 7, a bustling hub of interstellar commerce. The Krathic researchers, seeing only a small bipedal creature of unknown origin, decided he would make an excellent test subject for their neural response studies. They didn't know that humans had invented quantum entanglement communications centuries ago. They didn't know that every human child wore a neural tracker that could transmit their experiences across galaxies. They didn't know that Tommy's parents weren't just tourists, they were deep-cover human intelligence operators. Sarah Chen was reviewing trade agreements when her neural link erupted with her son's pain. The Krathic's attempts to probe Tommy's neural pathways sent waves of agony through the connection. Within seconds, the entire human intelligence network lit up with shared experiencing of the child's suffering. The response was immediate and overwhelming. "They hurt one of our children," was all Admiral James Rodriguez needed to say to activate Earth's combat fleet. Across human space, ships emerged from quantum space, their crews moving with cold, practiced precision. The Krathic didn't understand why their long-range sensors were suddenly filled with ships more advanced than anything they had ever encountered. They didn't understand why their supposedly impenetrable shields fell within seconds. They didn't understand why their telepathic defense systems went silent. They were about to learn. Dr. Michael Chen, Tommy's father, stood on the bridge of the lead assault ship, his usual gentle demeanor replaced by something ancient and terrible. "In all our history," he transmitted to the Krathic facility, "nothing has united humanity faster than a threat to our children." The Krathic tried to negotiate, claiming scientific immunity under galactic law. Their messages were met with silence. They tried to explain that they didn't know the subject was sentient. No response. They tried to threaten retaliation. The only answer was the sight of more human ships appearing in their space. Human combat teams moved through the research facility with ruthless efficiency. Their powered armor, designed to wage war in any environment, made them appear as unstoppable giants to the Krathic researchers. Their neural interfaces, far more advanced than anything the Krathic had been trying to study, let them coordinate with perfect precision. They found Tommy in a laboratory, connected to neural probes. The sight of the child, tears streaming down his face, but still refusing to break, would be transmitted across human space. The galaxy would soon learn why humans were so protective of their young. The rescue team's medic, Dr. Sarah Park, gently disconnected Tommy from the machines. "It's okay, little one," she whispered, her powered armor kneeling down to the child's level. "We're here now. You're safe." Tommy looked up at his rescuers with tear-stained but determined eyes. "I didn't tell them anything," he said proudly. "Just like in the stories about the old wars. I stayed strong." The human response to Tommy's torture would reshape galactic politics. The Krathic Empire's leadership was given a choice: stand trial for crimes against sentience or face immediate military response. Their research facilities were all placed under international supervision. Their neural technology programs were shut down. But humanity's response wasn't just punitive. They used the incident to push through new galactic laws protecting children of all species. The Chen Protocols, as they became known, established unprecedented protections for juveniles across known space. "We could have destroyed them," Sarah Chen addressed the Galactic Council months later, Tommy standing tall beside her. "We could have turned their empire to dust. But that's not what we teach our children. We teach them that justice is more important than vengeance, that protection is more valuable than punishment." The Krathic learned several valuable lessons that day. They learned that humans had surpassed them technologically centuries ago. They learned that humanity's apparent openness to diplomatic relations wasn't born of weakness, but of choice. Most importantly, they learned why every spacefaring species had one universal rule: never harm a human child. Tommy Chen grew up to become an advocate for children's rights across the galaxy. The neural scars of his experience drove him not toward hatred, but toward ensuring no child of any species would suffer as he had. The Krathik's attempt to study human neural patterns had revealed something far more important: humanity's capacity to turn pain into progress, suffering into strength. Years later, when asked why humans reacted so strongly to his capture, Tommy would smile and explain, "Because that's what humans do. We protect our children, we protect each other, and when necessary, we protect everyone else too. That's not just our strength, it's our responsibility." The galaxy never forgot the day they learned why humans were so protective of their young. It wasn't just love or instinct, it was the understanding that in every child lay the potential to change the universe for the better, and that potential was worth protecting at any cost.